Hoodoo, written by Monique Siedlak, narrated by Clay Bell Lafort. Disclaimer: all the material contained in this book is provided for educational and informational purposes only. No responsibility can be taken for any results or outcomes resulting from the use of this material. While every attempt has been made to provide information that is both accurate and effective, the author does not assume any responsibility for the accuracy or misuse of this information. Chapter 1. What is Hoodoo? Hoodoo is an established magical practice which is believed to be formed in Africa and that was deprived of its original spiritual philosophy with Africans who were brought to America as slaves. It arrived in the New World with those who were taken from their native lands, denied their identities and their religion. It has since absorbed some beliefs and practices from other cultures such as Native American spirituality and European ceremonial magic. The slaves found themselves in a place where they were considered the property by the slaveholders. African and Native American slaves often found themselves working alongside one another, and it is believed that through this mingling the slaves learned a great deal about the medicinal and magical uses of the herbs native to America. As slave owners associated themselves with Christianity, they wanted to convert their slave workers. Having the danger of death looming, they were not allowed to practice their religion. The slaves conveyed their beliefs under the rules of the predominant religion of their region. In the Southeast, where individuals were mostly Protestant Christians, the dark man of the crossroads came to be known as the devil of Christianity. In areas where Catholicism was the main religion, such as New Orleans, Hoodoo practices blended with not only Catholicism, but voodoo as well. With this, the Christian saints often became connected with the spirits and deities of voodoo. As an example, the voodoo deity called Damballa, who commonly took the form of a serpent, would represent St. Patrick. St. Patrick is connected with driving the snakes out of Ireland. In the northern states where African Americans were to a certain degree free, they were also introduced to European immigrants who came to America and sought religious freedom with their own religious and folk magic beliefs and practices with them. With the interactions with these immigrants, and shortly after their writings, it's in that method Hoodoo took in components of their magic and practices. African Americans began to incorporate a few elements from the European culture, such as occultism and mysticism. With the mobility of blacks from the rural South to more urban areas in the North is characterized by the items used in Hoodoo. Jewish pharmacists opened their shops in the black communities and began to offer things both asked for by their black customers as well as things they felt would be of use. The acceptance of occultism and mysticism may be seen with candles in glass jars with colored wax that are often labeled for specific purposes such as uncrossing and fast luck. Through the African American community finding Christian depictions and prayers, this made it a natural addition to the similar symbolism of Hoodoo. Reflecting the Hoodoo conception of the Bible-less mullet, the book itself proposes to be a protective talisman. With the 6th and 7th books of Moses as a grimoire that was made popular with Europeans is supposedly based on the Jewish Kabbalah. Containing numerous signs, seals, and passages in Hebrew, they are thought to be related to Moses' power to work miracles. Hoodoo displays the apparent associations to the practices and beliefs of Fanu and Ewe mystical traditional ways. The traditional way of voodoo, or Vodun, is a more consistent and broadly dispersed spiritual practice than Hoodoo. Voodoo's present system is practiced across West Africa in the nations of Benin, Burkina Faso, and Togo, in addition to others. In the Americas, the worship of the voodoo Loa is integrated with the Roman Catholic saints. The voodoo of Louisiana, voodoo of Haiti, and the voodoo of Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico are related more to voodoo than they are to Hoodoo. Chapter 2. Beliefs and Practices. A hoodoo, root worker, conjurer, works with the Christian, Protestant, or Catholic Bible. The words of Jesus Christ, the intervention of Mary, the calling of the saints, along with the use
Sample complete. Ready to continue?